welcome back to www.GinaCooksPku.com and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making a chocolate cake. This batter will also make chocolate cupcakes. It is in my first cookbook, Gina Cooks Pku. Just so you guys know, if you're not familiar, it's the red book and it is on page 76. Note that I have made some adjustments to this recipe, as I always am trying to improve taste, texture, and the recipe in a whole. So we're going to start with putting the ingredients in. The first ingredient that I use is Taste Connections Low Protein Brownie Mix. It is a great mix. I use it for the brownies and the chocolate cake. So we're going to use 3 cups of the brownie mix. So we're going to add that to our bowl. Now guys, in the recipe it calls for 3 1/4 cups, but this is where I'm telling you that I keep changing up the recipe to improve it. So I'm putting in 3 cups of the brownie mix. And the last 1/4 cup, I'm going to add a regular all-purpose flour. Okay? Just gives it a little bit more cakey texture. I like it. Can you not add it? Absolutely. If you have less phe tolerance, do not add the all-purpose flour. The cake mix will still come out beautiful. So we have our flours in here. The second item we are going to be putting in is our oil. Any kind of mild flavored oil would do. We are using grapeseed oil today, but if you wanted to, you could also use like a canola oil or a safflower oil. Those are all fine. Just don't go and use extra virgin olive oil or almond oil. Those have a distinct flavor and it will change the flavor of your cake. So we're going to go ahead and add a 1/4 cup. Okay. The next item we are going to use is a large egg. I'm going to add the whole egg. I have been asked by moms if they could not use the egg and use egg replacer. You could, although it's going to change the texture dramatically. Okay, I found that using the egg, it goes a long way and it does improve the texture dramatically. We need a teaspoon of pure vanilla. Guys, this is a 1/2 teaspoon. I don't know what I do with all my measuring spoons. I travel a lot and I tend to leave them everywhere. So we're adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I like the vanilla that is alcohol-free. You can find these in your health food stores, sometimes in your fresh markets, but try to look for the one that's alcohol-free. The next item we're going to add is the Hershey's Cocoa Mix. This gives it a really nice kick. Could you get away with 1 tablespoon? Absolutely. I'm all about flavor, so I'm adding 2 tablespoons. Anthony's not going to eat the whole cake, so I'm not too, concerned about that extra few milligrams. The new item that I want to introduce to you guys is the Nesquik chocolate syrup. This stuff is great. It's like 10 milligrams per tablespoon, and it gives such a boost of flavor. You can omit the Hershey Cocoa Mix if you'd like, 1 tablespoon of that, and you could add a tablespoon of the Nesquik, or just add a couple tablespoons anyway for the extra flavor. We love it. It's 20 extra milligrams per the whole cake, so we're going to add it in. I'm all about taste and flavor, guys. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And we need water. So we need 1 cup of water. If you would like to use coconut milk, almond milk, rice milk, anything would be fine, okay, as long as it's, you know, I wouldn't put heavy cream or anything like that in it, but any of your rice milk, almond milk, coconut milk, that would be great. Okay, and then we're just going to mix this up, guys. Just going to do this for about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, okay? This is looking beautiful. It smells beautiful. When you lick the bowl, which Anthony would love to do if he was not at school, I'm telling you, it tastes just like chocolate cake mix. It is very, very similar. It is delicious. Okay. It looks great. Now guys, here's the thing. You can use any size pan you want. You could use it 11 by 13, which I recommend, a 9 by 11, 7 by 11. You could use your cupcake pans, whatever you want. The more you disperse it, the less fee, because the more slices you're going to get out of it. I do recommend just lightly greasing it, either with a spray oil or, you know, the oil that you have sitting here is fine. Because you want that cake, when you're finished with it, you want the cake to just pop out after it cools. Okay? And now we're just going to go ahead and pour the batter in. Can you see how beautiful that batter is? Now to make the brownies, guys, you would just not put in the egg. You would do everything the same, except you would leave the egg out and the all-purpose flour. And I will have that on the notes anyway. That is also in the book. The recipe is in the book for extra chocolatey brownies. Okay, and we're just going to make sure that we have all our mix in here. We're going to smooth that around. Smells so good. Wait till you guys see it when it's done baking. You have preheated your oven to 350. And now we're just going to toss it in the oven and cook it for about 45 minutes. Make sure you're checking it, and I tell everybody the best way to check it is with a toothpick or a shish kebab stick. Just stick it right in the middle, pull it out. If it's clean, then it's done. All right, guys, we're going to put this in the oven. I'll be back to show you what it looks like in about 45 minutes, and I'll see you in a few minutes.